Some days ago, I was invited to do a speech in the global speaking system, and they were asking me to prepare a speech regarding to what will be my 4 points for be successful in your business and in your life, and to unleash your unbreakable spirit. And I was thinking, wow, that is a very profound speech. So I really didn't have that prepared. But I began to think about it because I began to go through my life. I did a 35 years long career in the oil and gas with very multicultural environment, very challenging. And I went after that during my 5 years of my ordeal being an international hostess. I thought, well, Jose, you have 40 years experience. I think you can come up with something related to that. And that's how I decided to begin to go. And today I'm sharing with you my journey of resilience, determination, adaptability, and leadership. So through the lens of my experience, I want to share to you the 4X growth that can serve as a powerful tool to anybody to motivate them to be successful and to unleash their unbreakable spirit and become great leaders in their business and in their life. So the first thing that I want to talk here is resilience and determination. Through all my career, I went through several challenges that really was testing my resilience and my determination. CEO at Silco Petroleum, that was in 2017. We were really facing a lot of challenge because Silco Petroleum is a company that belongs to PDVSA. PDVSA is the Venezuelan oil company. And if you are aware, Venezuela is going through a lot of political issues today. And at that moment, at that time, the administration that was in place here in the U.S. was imposing a lot of sanctions to that country. So I was in the middle of that because PDVSA is the mother company of Silco and was the main supplier of crude oil. So we really were navigating to these muddy waters of the sanctions. So we need to hire lawyers and begin to do on a daily basis tracking of that. Our personnel was scared. They really was kind of feeling that the pressure of the situation, but my resilience, my determination to move on was what keep the company running. But I was also at the same times doing tireless effort to not get Silco in those effects. Prior to that, my Silco assignation, I did also a long career in PDVSA. And that was in a very challenging because a very multicultural environment, dealing with several international JVs and multinational all over the world. So part of my strengths was being resilient and determined to do teamwork, to begin teams from scratch, and to make the project to be successful. So that really was always testing my resilience and my determination. But the main proof was my challenge when I became a survivor, when I became a hostage. During those 5 years, I suffered unimaginable hardships. I went through physical and mental torture almost on a daily basis. And I suffer a lot of illness. I suffer starvation. I lost 100 pounds. I went 2 times having scabies. I had 2 times COVID. Almost was intubed. I suffered a heart attack. I suffered pneumonia, bronchitis. I fainted. I stayed 3 days in coma. So I went through a lot of ordeals. To tell you the truth, I don't know how I came back. But in that solitary confinement and isolation, I discovered that you need to have strength because I needed to come back to my family. So after 1 year that I could see the first time my peers, my colleagues that were with me, and I could talk with my wife 1 year after, that really gave me the determination to bounce back and come back stronger. So there's where it became my new journey, the resilience of determination of my new journey, because anything that I was going on. I loved so much my family that I was truly determined to come back and strength in one piece to them. So I bounced back. I switched my mindset. I decided really to become positive. And that gave me my resilience and my unwavering determination that had my hope and preserve and thinking that my goal was coming back to my freedom. The second one will be adaptability and leadership. Adaptability was crucial in my entire career. I always had to be navigating multicultural environments, geopolitical challenges, and survival my activity. During my captivity, my colleagues and I had to adapt to unimaginable circumstances, even in a daily basis, because they were changing all the time. Went through a lot of setbacks, but we were always having positive mindset, even in the darkest days. So we created strong bonds with our colleagues. We constantly were communicating among each other. We were cheering each other, and we always keeping the positive mindset. That bond, including coaching between us, because we were enduring that nobody was gonna let me down in any circumstance. That somebody was down, immediately came back, the other and bounced back to be making them stronger. Any dispute, any argument was immediately solved with actions. That even if it was needed to get a pardon, the pardon was asked to move on. So we set goals, we set plans, we begin to track it in a daily basis. We stayed in compliance with our what we call our survival plan, and we had a goalkeeper. He was constantly tracking the compliance of the plan and supervising that we would stick to the plan, and we did that on a daily basis, in one day, in 1 month, in 1 year, and finally we came back. Leadership was paramount for us because we were always fostering having a positive mindset. I became part of the leadership team, but there was no competence. It was simply that if somebody needed to lead the situation, the other followed the rules, because at the end the main goal was to keep sane. And we found solace in moments thinking in the family trips, vacations, meals we had, breakfast, lunch, dinners. We were joking. We were talking about music. We love rock. We were talking about rock. We were talking about trivia events in our lives. And we began to have fun. We began to play domino. We engaged in a daily reading. We were reading. I was reading a lot. We were also was writing, because at that time I began to smuggle letters with my wife. I was writing in a daily basis. I wrote almost back and forward with her 1,000 letters during 3 years. I kept writing almost 3 years. And then we were always having exercise. We take care of our mental and physical health, because we were doing meditation, we were doing yoga, we were taking care of doing cardios, push-ups, any type of static running. And we begin at the end to pray and read the Bible. We did like a Bible study where we were analyzing the Bible. At the end of the day, we prayed, and that kept us sane, keep us occupied, and keep us focused in the situation. And that maintain us always thinking in a positive way. So we were able to support all the hardship, and we stay resilient, and we preserve ourselves during the tough times. And after 5 years, we came back stronger and resilient. All these activities should be the same activity they should apply any leader in their business. These things that we did there, developing strong bond, having a strong communication, leading by example, being inspiring the other, being empathic with the others, and developing strong bonds, are the things that any leader has to do in their life, because this is the way you can be successful in your business or in your life. The third one is unlocking the potential. Unlocking the potential was paramount. During all my career, I was passionate about unlocking the potential of the individual and teams. My entire career, I developed creating teams. I always was creating teams because I began several international joint ventures, and I did it by scratch. I did it by scratch. That means that I needed to create teams with companies all over the world. At some point, I had to put together cultures like Italian with Japanese, Japanese with Chinese, American with British, British with Norwegians, Norwegian with Dutch. So it was a real challenge, but we made it work because we were treating people as like they are people. We were treating them as human beings. So because why? Because we were understanding the multicultural difference, their beliefs. We were respecting even religious difference. That was paramount in the integration of the team. And at the same time, we were promoting the challenges because we were not micromanagement. We were delegating with authority. We begin to delegate and support those teams. We begin to create mentorship. We begin to create team building with them. And we begin to train them, internal and external courses, seminars, summit. And we begin to do assignation superior roles. So that was part of my commitment to my employees to unlock their potential. And when we were also in our challenge, in our captivity, we did the same with our peers. We were mentoring them, we were helping them, and then at some point, at the end of the last year, even we begin to do seminars to the other political prisoners. We begin to train them. We got authorized to do this, a course. And I did a seminar. I did a petroleum seminar there with those guys, and we begin to give them some tools that they can use when they get released. So together, we supported each other's. We were unlocking collectively the potential and finding strengths even in the hardest time. So both experience, unlocking the potential, are crucial for any leader that wants to be successful and create a strong team, because those teams are going to be the ones that are going to help you to navigate the difficult times and the challenge in their business. And the fourth thing, inspiration and gratitude. In my life, always has been inspired to be resilient, but at the same time, dedicate to be inspired of the resilience of my teammates. Because even in the darkest times, I found the inspiration to be proud how the human spirit has the capacity to endure and to overcome. And this is something that today I really want to talk about here. The human nature, the human being is done that you can be connected to your superior entity with God. Because we are creatures done in the image of God. So we have that inner force, but we need to unleash it. We had to tap it. We had to make it pop up. And this is part of the thing that today I teach, how you can do this, because everybody has that inner force. Everybody has that leader inside itself. But you need to have the proper mindset and the commitment to do it. So I really feel grateful for those opportunities and those experiences that shaped my journey. And I'm grateful with God that never abandoned us. Even in the darkest moment, we discovered during our ordeal the sign of God. God was always there. God was always guiding by the hands. And that is something that today that I got back to my spirituality. Today I assist to my church. I got that connection. I can feel it. I saw those miracles happening there. And today, this is part of the thing that I teach, how you can do that to make that connection with God. All these four techniques that I have been talking here about resilience and determination, leadership, unlocking the potential, and expressing the gratitude and the inspiration are key to anybody that wants to be successful, motivated, and become a great leader. So all these tools, you can use it in your life and your business. But again, you need to have the commitment to do it. I've been inspired during this time And I have really have been feeling gratitude today, even though we went through that strong situation. I feel gratitude because I discovered all this in me. And that was not an easy thing, my friends. I went through a lot of situations when I came back. In October 2022, when I came back, I rediscovered myself. I began to go to trauma center. I went to a program that is prepared for the missing in action, the prisoner of war. I began to have a daily therapist. And all these things make me rediscover all this potential that you have inside yourself. And I went back to all my events that were creating some triggers of PTSD. But I truly could discover that. And today I really feel proud that I can explain this to others, help others. I begin to advocate for the hostage community. I became a strong advocate for hostage community. And I also not only did that, I began to prepare groups, team buildings with companies. I began to do coachings with one-on-one sessions, and I began to speak about this. I crafted my message. My main message is from captivity to freedom, and today I'm giving you the message about how you can have the 4 tools to grow and to be motivated, successful, and to become an unbreakable leader in your business or in your life. So in conclusion, these 4 formulas, you can unlock your resilience, you can unlock your determination, you can unlock your adaptability and your leadership. The resilience is something that is key in any situation in life. Today, in the changing world, any leader has to be resilient. That's why today I'm a leadership and a resilience coach. I discovered that both are totally connected. You cannot be a leader if you are not a resilient guy. Why? Because today's world is so challenging, it's so changing, it's so competitive, and there are so much roadblocks in the middle of any negotiation that the probability to have failure is very high. But never see the failures like a setback. See the failures as opportunities. Don't become a victim. Become a victor. See those situations in life as challenges that you have to succeed. I always talk about that famous speech that Steve Jobs did in Stanford. Steve Jobs in Stanford, he was with the graduates of Stanford, and he began to talk. He gave a speech about what happened when he was fired. The first time that he created Apple, and he was fired after some time. He hired a CEO that finally fired him. And he said that he felt bad, he felt depressed. He went like I said, during 6 months in the depression, and one day he began to say, hey, wake up, Steve, come on, move on. And he created Next. When he created Next, he began to be successful, and Next began to be a successful company. And at some point, Apple bought Next. And when Apple bought Next, he became again the CEO of Apple. And he was in that speech saying that he needed to be fired. He needed to have that failure. He needed to have that bad moment in his life to become the man and the businessman and the visionary that at the end he became. Unfortunately, he passed away. But he left his legacy. And his legacy was because of that. So today, the resilience is so important. Determination. You need to have determination. You even in some moment that you have to take strong decisions, you need to have that determination to take it. The way that you can do it is being empathic, having a great communication, and have an inspiration to your teams. Because once you are empathic, you connect with them and you inspire them. Even if you have to take strong decisions that can even affect them at some point. and you had to have that determination to take it, they will understand it. Adaptability. The adaptability is so important because in any business today, you have to be adapting to the changes. The world is changing constantly. There new technologies, new situation, new competitors, new now the eruption of the AI. So anything you need to be adapted to all the situation. How you can navigate those challenges? Having a strong teams, having a strong team that support you. If you don't have a strong team that support you, you will never make it. So being adaptable is important, but having a strong team is also much important because this is the way you can navigate the muddy waters. And finally, leadership. Leadership, that is one of the things that I feel passionate talking about, is the key cornerstone of any situation in your business or in your life. You need to untap that spirit and become a great leader. You have to untap that, what I call the brave heart inside of us. Be in front of the road of the battlefield with the people and inspire them. You need to give strong communication and hear them. You need to be empathic with them. You need to have self-awareness that understand your weakness and your strengths. And with that, you can become a great leader. So please, those challenges are the principle that will allow you to navigate those muddy waters and unlock that potential and inspire your team. Remember, be resilient, be determined, be adaptability, and have a strong leadership. And remember, no matter what the challenges are in the life, no matter what adversity are in the life, no matter what are the struggles that you're facing, no matter what the situation, any ordeal that you're having in your life, believe me, you can make it because you have the power within that you can overcome and you can make it. You have to untap that unbreakable spirit that is inside you. You have to untap that, unleash that inner force that is connected, but with the grace of God, because God is the only that can give you prosperity and abundance. And this is a biblical principle. You need to be connected with God. And once you get connected with Him, you can become successful. But this, again, this is a very, very personal choice. The way you decided to overcome it and to be successful. And the only way to do it is having the positive mindset. You need to have that positive mindset. You need to be focused in the situation. And you need to be connected with the people that love you to do this. And you need to take care of yourself, physical, mental health. And you need to get connected to your spirituality and find back the purpose in your life. Strong strength within, stay determined, embrace adaptability, and lead with courage and lead with compassion. If you do this, you are going to be successful in your business and your life. So with this, I will finish my speech. And again, these are my 4X formulas to make you grow, to be motivated and successful, and to unleash your unbreakable spirit and become a straight leader in your business and in your life. Thank you very much for here.